This is TRTSF here, and I am your host, Bruce Wayne. Today, I will be, giving a rundown about rundown or an update about what I'm going to be going, the direction I'm going to be going with this channel, and, kind of what I want to do going forward. Well, I did talk about and bring up the fact that I did get this capture card for my Switch, and that I wanted to record Monster Hunter gameplay. At first it was that, and then I came up with another idea for doing like a history of series where I kind of go in depth on a history of gaming, where I take concepts or let's say the first idea I had was the Nintendo home console, which, to be very specific, yes, it includes the other consoles, but I wanted to talk about the 7 or 8 that there are, just specifically, and go into the history of that and see, if that, if formatting and doing it like that would, yield better results for me. I feel like I honestly should just fucking record my Monster Hunter gameplay and just, do post commentary. I'm a big fan of it. I feel like, it's not the big focus as my game per se, because at the end of the day, there's gonna be a bunch of videos, and there's always shit going on. It's Monster Hunter. But as a beginning, I guess, and to really kick this video off, in this video I'm playing with my friend. His name he goes by Pretty. He's a Discord friend of mine. This guy I would like to give a shout out to. He helps me make most of my builds that I play when it comes to Monster Hunter Rise. He was a big help in me getting through Master Rank and getting to where I am now. So I've been playing with this dude for 6 months on this game. He's a cool, chill guy, but a bit of an asshole. I'm gonna be honest, but I have the same issue. I'm a bit of an asshole when I look back on it. So, but let's move away from that, and we'll start getting into what's going on. So basically, what happens is, for most hunts, if it's not a high rank or low rank hunt, I will be going to get spirit birds. These are things that fill up your health and stamina so that you're able to get maximum health and stamina when you're on a hunt. These things are key to you being able to move and not just instantly die when you get to the monster. And yeah, so the build I'm running with is my Lance build. I made it, I don't know, like 2-3 months ago, out of sheer curiosity of whether or not I would like to play the Lance. I saw Lance being played one very specific way. There is a move called Jumping Thrust with Lance, and I wanted to make a build that pretty much focuses on just doing Jumping Thrust. But from talking to Pretty about it, because I do talk to this man about a lot of my builds, certain ones we don't, because it's not really important. Like my HBG, my heavy bowgun build, I made that by myself without real help. But there's only few that comes to when it comes. There's few builds that are like that when it comes to that. What else? So what we are hunting at the moment is a Regine, and what we are doing as a specific is called an anomaly quest. So an anomaly quest is basically a buffed up monster, the same normal monster but buffed up with something called Curios. Curios are the red bulbs you're gonna see as he's fighting, and the things that you'll see me targeting or see Pretty targeting specifically, because the more red bulbs you take off of him, the less chance he has of doing a giant explosion, which does even more damage. And as soon as you get hit by a monster that is infected with Curio probes, you get a healing debuff, because if you see the little red on top of my head before it went away, you can't heal past a certain amount when you have that debuff. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but it can really fuck with you if you're just like, just trying to do a hunt and you haven't really played in a while. Like me, I'm a bit rusty. Like I'm looking at this gameplay myself and I'm seeing that like, man, am I rusty? I'm gonna be honest with myself. I've been playing, well, not honest with myself. I'm gonna be honest with all you guys. I've been playing some Monster Hunter Stories too. I recently got into that game. I did play one, but Monster Hunter Stories is a different like genre of game. It's like you put Pokemon with Monster Hunter. So instead of like, traditionally fighting this monster, it's basically a RPG. So yeah, I was been on that and it's gotten me a little bit rusty in this game. I don't really mind per se because it is what it is. I'm gonna keep doing my hunts. I'm gonna keep making these videos. I'm gonna keep trying to progress, even though like as hard as it is for me to want to get up and do it. Like I know it's like there are people that enjoy work. There are people that enjoy doing types of shit like that. There are people that have been doing YouTube for years and enjoy doing it. Me, it's like I enjoy work on a good day. Now on a day that I'm like my body's mangled, I'm feeling like shit, and I can't comprehend most things and I haven't had any coffee, man, I'm not gonna feel like doing shit. But the worst, truthfully, the worst is when I feel like, oh yeah, like I'm sick. Yeah, that's like the worst. But getting back into the gameplay, most of the time you'll see me going for like a same combo. I kind of want to talk about it. It's kind of funny how the Lance does get this combo, and it's just X, 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 which is stabs or A, because there's a high thrust and a low thrust with the Lance. When you do 3 thrusts and you have to do a shield bash and then to continue your thrust combo. So this is something I didn't really truly know until my friend was able to tell me, and like this is why I do respect it. No cap, I do. You go because okay, high thrust and low thrust. So the difference between high thrust and low thrust is that high thrust does more damage, low thrust does less damage, I guess. I'm not 100% sure when it comes to something like that because I'm not a big Lance player, but I try my best. As you can see. So what the combo that I'll be going for is fucking high thrust, high thrust, high thrust, shield bash, and then repeat. So what this does, it's nothing really special. It just helps me keep the flow of consistency with combat so that I'm not feeling like, every time I do my 3rd thrust, I'm like stuck in a fucking, like, I need to either hop back or do something different. So the cool thing about Rise, and one thing I can give very much praise for Rise for doing, is the innovativeness of build diversion. So like it's almost like a Dark Souls thing. Builds can be as diverse or as meta as you want to make them. But the key thing is that you want to worry about is what works for you. What helps you have fun? Because at the end of the day, like playing Monster Hunter, it's all about just that. Any game, really, any game. But since Monster Hunter Rise is like this and it's about build diversity, everybody using something very much different. Like yeah, it was like that in old Monster Hunter games because I have played quite a few. But when it comes to like really like move differences, like people choosing, since we have something called wirebug skills in Monster Hunter Rise, there are different wirebug skills that people can use to help their combos, keep their combo strings going, do stun damage, do mounting damage, because there's something called mounting damage in this game to where you can ride a monster. you know, it's different things that you can do with a wire bug, which is really cool because, like, if you search on YouTube for a little bit, and you know, you I guess you kind of dip into a rabbit hole because you're gonna need to do that in order to be able to find what I'm talking about. You need to have watched a lot of Monster Hunter shit and have Monster Hunter, like, you know, suggested to you in your own YouTube section. So, what was I thinking about? Jesus Christ. So, build diversity and wire bugs. So, that's the coolest thing about Monster Hunter. It's what keeps me coming back. I enjoy the wire bug aspect of it. Like, it's not that it makes you overpowered. It's more so of that it keeps up that flow that, like, some games, like, if Rise did something right, it's the flow of consistency in your combat. No cap. Like, you can really keep things going for as long as you know the Monster Hunter, as long as you know the monster's move kit and you know exactly what they're gonna do, you know? There's a lot of things that you can utilize. There's a lot of things that are cool that you can do. And, you know, Monster Hunter Rise doesn't come without its faults, like everybody says. Any game doesn't come without its faults. But, you know, I have to give it praise for that, for being able to bring something, well, not bring something, take something that was already there and, you know, innovate that idea past where it originally even needed to be. We could have had standard combat with standard combos and everything, but instead we have wire bug skills. We get the joy of everybody being able to use something different, like everybody having a specific niche with their builds. You being able to use a whole bunch of builds because there shouldn't, well, yeah, I can't say there shouldn't be something you shouldn't be able to use. That's not really the thing, but you shouldn't be afraid to experiment when it comes to Rise because of how diverse it is and how much they allow you to be, you know, to be and do what you want with your build, which is awesome. It's awesome. So, you know, as time goes on, as I make more and more of these, you know, I'll like dip and dive into my builds a little bit more, and, you know, I might want to give suggestions. I don't know. I've been just kind of innovating on ideas and giving myself a little bit of time to, like, think about where I really want this channel to go and what I really want to do with myself, because I have other things going on. I have my own issues at the moment, and I don't want that coming in the middle of me going to work or me doing this. Like, you know, it's a lot to try to balance out life and try to balance out, you know, the other things you want to do without just being like, oh, well, I can't really do these fucking things, so I should just fucking quit and, you know, just stick to a fucking job. I mean, that's an idea. It's very much an idea, but it's not an idea that I go for. Like, I enjoy working, I enjoy my job and everything, that's fine. But what I don't enjoy is feeling like I'm not going to move anywhere else in life but a job. Like, you know, I want to be able to do something a little bit more that's a little bit more, like, on my time. Sort of. But besides that, I feel like going forward, this will be a nice little change of pace for me, and just kind of watching my gameplay and, you know, recording, doing post commentary for it. So, you know, I do hope that you guys are able to enjoy this type of thing. To, you know what's funny? I want to bring this up before this video ends. The video before last that I made, I was talking about how I have no viewers. Crazy. Yeah. Talking about, like, the no viewers I had, right? And then, funny enough, I make a video that next week, and it literally has, like, I know it's only 13 views, but, like, you know, that's more than what I've been getting in the last fucking month. And, you know, I just gotta figure out what works. So I hope that everybody has a great day, night, or evening, you know, whatever time zone you're in, whatever you're doing. I hope that you're enjoying yourself. And yeah, this is TRTSF. I am your host, Bruce Wayne, and I am signing off.